Well, now we have our final trade of the day with Todd Bubba Horwitz here to talk about Bitcoins and more. So did you put on a trade?
Bitcoins, you know what, honestly, I did not, because there's too many restrictions right now in the futures contract of what you can do. You can't short sell it right now. A lot of the clearing firms aren't taking it, but I did watch it very closely. It looked to have some fairly decent liquidity. The bid-offer spreads are a little bit wide for me, is another reason why I didn't get too much involved in it, but I think it's going to be a real product, and I think it's going to be really good.
You have your eyes on DDD, a stock that you talked about earlier on the show. How's that doing?
It did real well. It popped up to almost $10, and now it's pulling back a little bit, but I think, again, I think it still looks like it can go a little bit higher. I wouldn't get too aggressive here. As we stated when we put the trade on, it was a little bit more of a gamble trade to begin with, and the gamble kind of paid off, so now we'll just kind of let it watch and see what goes on from here.
And you talked about the steel stocks not too long ago, and we're seeing some activity in AKS today.
AKS is really unbelievable. It was down in the low fours, and it looked like it was a potential spot. In fact, I wrote it on my calendar to go ahead and buy it and forgot, but in the meantime, it was like about 570 the last I saw it, and of course, U.S. Steel is flying and almost 34 and the rest, and of course, we're still seeing this positive spin to the market.
Any other new trades you want to talk about?
Well, I think you want to take a look at the banks possibly as a short. Again, not that I'm negative the banks, but I think they've priced in the rate hike. We get tomorrow, we get the Fed announcement, and everybody kind of knows what it's going to be. So the only thing that would change, my thought, is if their verbiage changed from dovish to hawkish, which means that they would even raise rates faster. That would be bullish for the banks. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the banks have had their run for now. And again, these are only very short-term trades. I mean, long-term, they're going to be fine.
Your favorite names in the banking sector?
Well, I mean, I'd like to short JP Morgan. That would be my first choice. I don't play with Bank of America because it's just not liquid enough. It's too small of a stock to play with. Goldman Sachs is fun to play around with. And that would be the two main that I would like to trade and run around with, because those are the ones that have the most liquidity.
All right, thanks so much for coming on the show. Have a great trading day.
Great to be here.